Islamists now are using prisons and jails across Europe for recruiting grounds. New findings released by The Sun, a UK newspaper, show that the number of Muslims in British jails is skyrocketing. In the UK's top security prisons, 1,229 out of a total of 5,885 prisoners say they follow the Islamic faith. That's 21% of the general population of the maximum security prison system. That's a 23% jump from just 5 years ago. In fact, in some prisons, like Whitemoor Prison in Cambridgeshire, almost half the inmates are Muslim, 199 out of 447 prisoners. Now, these aren't low-level prisoners. These are the United Kingdom's most violent offenders, murderers, rapists, the people who sawed off Lee Rigby's head in the street. They aren't just low-level criminals. Now, Muslims make up 5% of the British population, but 21% of the maximum security prison population. This shows that migrants aren't integrating into Western society. It shows that Muslim migrants are committing crimes at a much higher rate than the general population, and they're committing the most violent of violent crimes. And with these huge numbers of violent Muslim offenders in UK jails, radical Islamist prison gangs have taken root. They are seeing an opportunity to recruit new radical members. And these gangs are intimidating other prisoners into conversions. Experts say that some of these conversions are done willingly, and some of them are done as protection from Islamist gangs in prison. Now, the UK prison system knew this was a problem way back in 2008, seeing the ongoing spike of incarcerated Muslim men as a perfect storm. Established Islamist prison gangs had a captive audience of young Muslim men to radicalize. And the UK isn't alone. France has the same problem. Muslim men are flooding into their prison system in record numbers and coming out as radicals. Thousands of young Muslim men, unwilling to follow the rules of their new country and unexpected to integrate and adopt Western values, are ending up in jail for violent crimes. And the Islamist prison gangs are waiting. About half of France's prison population is Muslim. One example of this was Mohamed Merah. He killed 4 Jews and 3 soldiers in Toulouse, France in 2012. Merah spent time in jail for theft and was radicalized in prison. In March 2013, another radical involved in a bombing plot seeking to emulate Merah was arrested. He too had spent time in prison on drug charges the prior year. A civilized society has a responsibility to protect its citizens, and part of that responsibility is sending violent offenders to prisons. But what can we do when the prisons are also the jihadist recruiting grounds? We need a refugee pause. Go to refugeepause.ca and sign the petition to ask the government to slow down the intake of refugees. We need to make sure we take in refugees who will thrive here, integrate, and love this country as much as we all do. We need to learn from France and Great Britain. If we take in the wrong kind of migrants, we aren't just taking in people who will never integrate into Canadian society. We will be importing a crime wave. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.